everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 100 of Direwolf20's Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode series, where today I'm scanning and saving plutonium. So 23 point something millibuckets for the little plutonium. We're gonna see what the big plutonium is, right? It should be somewhere around like 190 to 200-ish if it's gonna be the 9 times amount. If it's less than that, then it's more efficient to make big plutonium. I'm just seeing like what the deal is with plutonium and UU matter. 213. All right. So that does sound about right. So that's cool. So if I wanted to replicate myself some big plutonium, right, I could do a single run of U. Right, so that's 213 millibuckets. So basically, one bucket of UU matter is just shy of what we need it to be, right? So what are you all about, Chief? You got 123 buckets, right? So one bucket's a little less than 5. All right, that's cool. That's reasonable. I basically made this thing pretty large, right? We've got 123 buckets, which is a lot of UU matter. But this thing has been running like a maniac, right? So that's cool. I'm just checking it out, seeing what the dealio is. Looking pretty good. Can we, like, speed you up a little bit? That would be super great, because you take a long time. You take a long time to UU matter yourself there, Buster. Can't we put, like, speed upgrades in you? Overclockers. Can overclockers, because they're just so annoying to make with the whole IC2 coolant nonsense. Are you scannable? Because that would make my life so much easier. Oh. Wah wah. The coolant thing is just like a hassle. Anyway, we've got plutonium duping going on now. Today's episode, not 100% sure. Let's look at quests. Right? So, like, we've done the Ex Nihilo gate quest. Hey, look at that. A bunch of things. Mystical agriculture might not be a terrible thing to get into. Hey, we got Micah as a quest ward from Environmental Tech. Boy, am I going to get yelled at for that. I really am. A choice reward. I guess Micah? I mean, none of these are particularly useful to me at this point. I probably should have accepted that Micah earlier. You know, back when we needed it. But, long story short, I think we weren't hurting for Micah too badly, so I think it's alright. I don't think it's something to worry about. Tiny pile of plutonium IC2. Tiny pile of plutonium IC2. Why you no stack? That's interesting. Huh. It's weird. So you guys don't want to stack? What's your difference? I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. It's episode 100 and I'm excited about that. So I'm just kind of like taking stock of where we're at. Right? I guess I'll take a loot chest here. And I guess you... Sure, I'll take, you know, plutonium, uranium blocks. Why not? Lots of quests that a sleeping mat. I didn't even know a portable bed was a thing in this pack. That's encyclic, huh? That's neat. Was unaware. So let's see. Where are we at? What do we got going on? What's cooking? What's happening? So industrial craft, we've done obviously Suno, but not enough. We have forestry. We have immersive engineering. We have Thaumcraft. Right, we have Astral, we have extra utilities, we've done a lot of mechanism, we've done lots of actually additions we cooked through, industrial foregoing, good chunks of, right? We're obviously like kind of the way I always play these packs that have like tons of quests is I just do the ones I want, right? Like I progress in the way that I want to progress, and the quests are just kind of a guide. Thermal expansion, I know I've made a lot of these machines, but I guess I never clicked this. So that's a lot of quests complete, isn't it? Sweet. I know I've made an energy cell, but meh. What else we got going on there? Advanced rocketry we did all of, right? Environmental tech. I guess I just never checked the box, right? Because we did pretty much all that stuff. I know we've gotten Erodium, right? Quest complete Erodium. Yeah, everybody's pretty much done there. Structure frame tier 5. Yeah, we did that one as well. Sweet. All right, so lots of those completed, right? Ender.io, we completed a lot of those quests. So really, realistically, the next major mod for us to get into, well, there's two, really, that we haven't really touched yet. Draconic Evolution and mystical agriculture, right? And then we get into bragging rights where things start to get really ridiculous. So I think Mystical agriculture would be a cool thing to kind of have. I wouldn't mind a master infusion crystal. Because how are we for, like, inferium, right? And prosperity. What's the deal there? So inferium we have a bit of, but we don't have any inferium ore. Huh. Isn't there... So we have prosperity ore, but we don't have any inferium ores. We might be getting some from our mob farm. Like, what's our situation over here? We have 512 stacks of inferium over here, so that's kind of cool. I kind of want to make more storage available for you, just cuz. But if we're going to start using you soon, like, that's obviously a thing that we want to worry about. Wow, look at all these quests that are getting completed now. So we could get into mystical agriculture, because that's going to... I'm not going to obviously use mystical agriculture for my main source of resources. However, it might be good as a supplemental source of resources, like the occasional thing that I'm low on. Like, gas tiers would have been a great thing to do in mystical agriculture. We just weren't in a position to do it yet, so we did the sifting thing, right? Dragon eggs and nether stars are a thing you can do through mystical, and you can also get awakened... Draconium, I presume. Yep, Awakened Draconium Essence comes from a tier 6 seed, which is pretty expensive to craft, but I'm sure we could eventually get there, right? Because, as you guys know, like, Awakened Draconium is a resource from endgame Draconic that needs hearts. So if we want to avoid having to kill dragons over and over again to keep getting hearts, what we can do is get the seeds, right? So that's one option. The other thing that we could start working on, too, is Draconic Evolution, which just needs a Draconic core to get started, and I feel like teaching you how to make a Draconic core might not be a terrible idea, just so we can get the ball rolling on this thing. So let's look at, I guess Draconic Evolution would be a nice one to get started with, but there's also other things I want to do. I want to get that advanced carpenter thingy, among other things, right? So you need to learn how to make draconium blocks, dislocators, and genetics processor. Okay, so you don't look too bad, except I want you to be this advanced, dude. So make one of those super quick for me, would you? Do you know how to make pure nether quartz crystals? If you don't, I can probably teach you. Because you know those two, right? So what I should do is turn you into... So you're going to be that guy. I wonder how much faster you are in the enrichment chamber than you in the other one. The other one's pretty quick, though. And can do a lot more at a time. But, I don't know, we'll see. And then you, right? So you're going to go in here with these guys. This, this, and this, right? And then the only other thing we need would be... that porter thingy, this thing, the dislocator, which doesn't look too bad. Cool. And you know Eyes of Ender, right? Yeah, you do. Good. Cool. So does that mean we can get a Draconic core? So the only other thing we need to do is realize that I just made a mistake and put the wrong thing in the thing. This comes over here, and this can go here, because you're going in this bad boy. So does that mean now we can make a Draconic core? Close, we just need crushed quartz. I thought we had quartz dust of some kind. Didn't we have... Yeah, we have nether quartz dust. So I think it's just the wrong pattern thingy in there. So let's get the proper kind. And then what we can do is steal this out and fix that seed recipe. Don't mind me just misclicking. So, like, if I wanted 10 of these bad boys, like, would that be a hard request? No. Looks totally doable, right? Obviously, and the plutonium part is not too bad. Obviously, we need, like, that crushed rhodochrosite stuff and calcium sulfate and other things, but overall not terrible. Now, I think what we're going to find is, obviously, we're going to make more of that stuff. What I might want to do is just bump up the reserves of that stuff. So how about 5 stacks? Does that sound fair? I really should just teach my drawers to this thing. So how about one of you, and then one of you, and that should be reasonable. What's going on, Wisp? It's about time that we do this anyway, right? So give me like 10 of those. So I know we want to bump up the rhodochrosite storage. Anything else up here? Fluorite we might want to bump up to 5x. You're all 64s, right? That's cool. Calcium sulfate? Yeah, let's bump you up. Everything else I think we're well over 1 stack's worth of storage of. That should be cool. Alright, come back in a sec once this is... Oh, are you done crafting already? Never mind, you're done. Nice, that's cool. Ding, ding, ding. Quest complete. What up? Draconic evolution begins. And hey, we got a couple Draconic cores for that quest reward. Nice. Quest complete. Dragonheart. Origin Terrarium, huh? From Biomes Plenty. That's cool. So what kind of shenanigans are due in the Draconic evolution chapter? Clearly we've got the Dragonheart, which is good, right? So the other thing is Ender Energy Manipulator is able to extract a dragon egg from a living Ender Dragon. Well, there's how you get more dragon eggs. That's kind of cool. Ender Energy Manipulator. I don't know that we need a lot more dragon eggs just yet, but we may need some soon, right? But the next main thing you want me to do... Now that's a weird pattern, right? Requires basic fusion injector. Okay, I see. So fusion crafting core is going to require the Wyvern core. And Draconic evolution. Oh, I see. Ah, okay. So realistically, we start down here. That's where we actually start, right? Hey, 50 levels. Nice. All right. So realistically, we start down here, right? So we've got Draconium ingots, right? Those are just loot bag rewards. Wyvern cores. So let's see what's involved in making one of those. Because those are another foundational component, right? And I'm suspecting, yeah, they're going to be lots of effort to make. Holy cow. Palladium blocks, which shouldn't be too bad, right? Ludicrite ingots and shulker shells. Are they craftable in any way, or is that just killing shulkers? Hey, what's up, bro? Should have lasered you. Alright, let me come back in a sec and figure out what my next game plan is. So let's figure out Ludicrite. Let's get Ludicrite and Palladium taken care of. Everything else should be cool, right? So let's get Palladium blocks. Just, you know, auto-crafting those, right? And Ludicrite, that's going to be another major guy for us, right? So the main way to get Ludicrite... Wow, that's a lot of steps. Woohoo! We're going to absolutely want an advanced carpenter for modular machinery, aren't we? I feel like that's probably a really smart idea. Because then what we can do is just replace that wall of carpenters we have with, like, 1, maybe 2 advanced carpenters. The question will just be, do we want to pipe liquids in to the carpenter for every craft, right? Or do we want to do something else? So we'll have to figure that out. And we need liquid DNA. But I remember that not being too bad, because we can extract that from, like, saplings, it looks like. Can I extract that from any sapling? Like, any sapling, or does it have to be a forestry sapling? That's, like, a really good question. We had something forestry related over here. We had the mutagen producer, right? Let's figure out right now if we have to get into bees. Because that's going to be the next big question. If we do have to get into bees, it shouldn't be too much into bees. Wow, that's a lot of steps that I don't have any of. We need a sturdy casing and a hopper. And we also need 4 bronze ingots and 2 genetics processors that we just actually taught you how to make. 4 bronze gears. And then we need a power module, which needs 4 more brown gears and a basic cube. Nope, not elite, basic. Basic, basic, basic. That shouldn't be too bad to make, I think. Nice. Okay. And then 4 more bronze gears. They are DNA extractor. So any sapling work? Please tell me any sapling will work. I don't want to have to do bees. Not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. So let's look at DNA real quick and just see if there's any other sneaky-ish way to get it, right? So it looks like any forestry sapling or pollen should work. Caterpillars from forestry, bees, obviously. Apple oak sapling. Man. Apple oak sapling. I don't suppose you're gonna... Isn't there like a way to convert regular vanilla saplings into these? I thought there was. What is that trick? I think if you scan a regular oak sapling with the portable analyzer, it turns it into a tree sapling. So what I'm doing is I'm using one of my carpenters that has water in it already just to make this portable analyzer real quick, and then I'll change it back to the hardened casing recipe. But let's see if I can, like, you know, sneak by without getting too deep into bees. So portable analyzer should be cool. What are you again? Oh yeah, you're palladium. I might as well just drop you in here real quick just so I don't forget about you. So ludicrate is what we're working on right now, guys. So we need some kind of honey drop. Okay. So what we could do is maybe get a scoop, because you can get forestry. You can get some honeycombs from World Gen hives, can't you? Am I right about that? I don't think I'm wrong about that. Pretty sure I'm right about that. So we just need to find a World Gen hive. Get a couple honeycombs. Right? Yeah, there's a honeycomb. Let me get like a couple of these real quick. And if I can just get the honey drops, then I can scan the vanilla saplings, turn them into forestry saplings, and then grow them, and hopefully get more forestry saplings, and then DNA them. Right? So that's gonna be my plan. Whether or not it works is a really good question, right? So you need to be put in a centrifuge. Do we have a centrifuge? I don't even know if we do. But we could get one relatively easily. Huzzah. Let's just pop you somewhere that makes sense. Acknowledging that this doesn't totally make sense, but hey, what are you gonna do? My hope is that I only need like literally one honey drop, right? And if that's true, could be cool. So you go in there, and you do that, right? And now you're an apple oak sapling. Nice. See, and it did the whole stack. So then I should be able to drop that in there and get liquid DNA. Psst, liquid DNA. With some genetics labware. I'm probably going to want to learn how to craft you. So let's just, you know, not that they're hard to make, but auto crafting is a thing in this pack that you want to do a lot of. So give me a stack. And that should be a stack because it does 16 at a time. Boom. That's what's up. All right, so now let's confirm that if we were to get some bone meal, actually, what I want to test. Give me a sec. Give me a drawer. Thanks, Chief. You know what? Give me a key. Dire being sneaky. Will this work? Here's the ultimate question, right? Are you going to turn into regular oak saplings, or are you going to turn into apple oak saplings? I don't know the answer to this question. That's why we're experimenting. There's something here blocking the growth of this thing? Apple oak sapling? Shouldn't be. Why you don't want to grow apple oak sapling? Do you not just grow in the world? I'd hoped you would. I really did. Oh, hello. See, look, they're apple oak leaves. Cool. So if I... You know what I could do? I'm pretty sure this is in the pack. This has a durability of 256. This has a durability of 354. Technically, he's better, right? Doesn't really matter, though, ultimately, does it? So you can just grow in the wild. So why weren't you growing over there? Hey, look, more apple oak saplings. Booyah. That's what's up. Oh, that's right. I don't have to fly over anymore because I have infinite range. Awesomeness. Though, technically, you're slightly different apple oak saplings. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But hey, more bone meal. Let's try getting you to grow. I'd really like you to grow over here, please. Why you don't want to do that? Why wouldn't he want to grow right here? It's the same biome, so it has nothing to do with that. Isn't that weird? I feel like that's weird. It's almost like there's like something here preventing the growth of that thing. Weird, right? I want to see if this tree dude is gonna, you know, do the thing. It's not him, right? Dude, it literally grew 5 feet away. Why won't it grow here? This makes no sense at all. Right, like you grow right here just fine. Yup. I mean, I could always set up like an Ender IO farm or something for this stuff if we needed to. But I was just gonna like, you know, use my existing little thing because that makes sense. Very strange. How about here? You want to grow here? Go ahead, buddy. Don't be afraid. Super weird. Super weird. Oh well, I'm not gonna waste my time on it. What we'll have to do is come up with something else. But you know, long story short, we have a way to make liquid DNA now, so that's cool, right? Like, not a huge amount of it, right? You know, we need 10 of these saplings per, but we could easily set up some kind of farm that will get me lots of those saplings. Let's come back in a minute. I'm gonna see if I can troubleshoot that thing over there and figure out why he ain't growing. All right, I got nothing. I got a regular oak tree to grow over here, but I can't get an apple oak tree to grow over here. So I got nothing on that. Hey, my armor's disappeared. Yeah, I have no armor on at the moment. That's fun. Not sure where it went, but it's gone now. So I'm gonna have to make more of that rubber armor stuff for plutonium dealings, but that's okay. So apple oak saplings. I think we want to keep half a stack in stock. This is my like keep things that I don't want to lose chest, right? So we've got, you know, enough of these right now. And in fact, I'm going to keep both of these types because I don't know the difference. Unknown genome. I think one's scanned and one's not scanned, right? That's probably the main difference between them. But that's probably it. Yeah, that's probably why they don't stack. That's all. The others can go into the liquid DNA producer thing. And we'll just have to figure out a way to automate stuff with that, right? All right, so I'm happy with that. We have a solution for liquid DNA now, right? What else do we need for ludicrite? Some Ender Amethyst. Right, which comes from Biomes Aplenty. Which we can get from the Industrial Foregoing laser. So that's something. And otherwise, we just need to find it. I I feel like that's the ore that comes from that Biomes of Plenty dimension. But on the other hand, we could do the industrial foregoing laser thing, because that shouldn't be too hard to do. So let's do that real quick. Laser drill and laser base, right? I have to remember how these work. I don't remember exactly how they work. The foregoing laser. Doesn't foregoing have a book? Is there an in-game book, or am I making that up? It may not. It may not. No, there it is. Industrial foregoing manual. Cool. Agriculture, storage, magic, husbandry, mob interaction, resource production, laser drill. Right. When placed 1 block away of a laser base, it will charge it with power. It is strongly placed. It will have a name tag on the top telling you so. So, 1 block away from a laser base. So 1 laser base and 4 laser drills. Does that sound fair? Foregoing lasers. 1 laser base, right? And that is refined glowstone block. And 4 laser drills. And I'd prefer it if you made those. Do you know how to make diamond gears? I don't know that you do. And did you have rubber in you? You did. I should replace those as well. Osmiridium block. All right, good to know. And laser focus matrix, which I feel like... No, we haven't taught it how to make those yet, but that's okay. We'll at least get the basics in there. All right, so let's get you guys in. So 1 base and 4 drills, right? 1 base, which is missing dense gold plate, 2 diamond gears. So that would be you. And that would be you. And 4 diamond gears. You got room? You do. Nice. All right, cool. So laser base just needs an osmiridium block. So remind me what osmiridium looks like. That is iridium plus osmium ingot. Iridium plus osmium. So that shouldn't be a problem at this point, right? Yeah, let's do the 32. Yeah, osmiridium. We can do 32 of you. That should be fine. Speed it up. Wow, you take a long time to melt, don't you, buddy? And we're good. Osmiridium. 7 blocks and 1 ingot. That should be cool. Just speeds it up. You can probably go off, by the way. And I'm not going to worry about that 1 ingot. That makes my life work. Okay. So we have a bunch of extra in the event that we ever need it. Cool. So there's your base. Now this works like the environmental tech lasers, where it requires access to bedrock. So I'm going to go put it by my environmental tech stuff. Now if I want 4 of you, what do I need? We ultimately need 4 laser focus matrix and some more reinforced glass, right? So that shouldn't be too bad. Should you know how to make reinforced glass? I feel like you should. Yeah, why don't we make sure you know how to do that? Because that's not a bad recipe. And what's the laser focus matrix look like? That's the real question. That ain't terrible. Reactor glass. Reactor frames. Okay. We may get into some mechanism fusion at some point in our future. I don't know that we will, because I feel like nuclear crafts fusion is just better for the same resources. But, you know, 4 laser bases, I think we should be good for that now. So just to confirm, because I want to make sure I didn't like reverse this. Pretty sure I didn't, but I want to just make sure, right? Laser base, when fully charged with laser drills, it will produce ores based on depth and biome. Cool. All right, so 4 laser drills and 1 laser base, right? So 1 laser base and 4 laser drills. Cool. So back in a minute when that's all done crafted, because there's a lot of crafting there. All right, so there's my magenta laser lens, right? Which should give me an improved chance of getting things like Ender Amethyst ore. So minimum Y is 0, max Y is 255, weight is 1. Whitelisted biomes, the end. Blacklisted biomes, none. Does that mean I have to get it from the end? Is that what that means? Gold ore. Whitelisted biomes, any. Blacklisted biomes, hell in the end. Huh. So I think... Now this might exist in just the end by itself, too. That might be the case, right? So, I don't know. It doesn't hurt to do this, but it might not be super necessary. But let's get it going. So let's get ourselves an ender chest, which I think it's about time that we do this recipe, right? Yeah, laser drill complete. I don't know how much of this stuff we're going to need, but I feel like it might be, you know, worth automating, right? So you get that going. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, you're just working on that stuff. Quick. All right, and then we want a flux point for removing energy from the network. We might actually want multiples of these. So can I get like 10 more of you real quick? Thanks, Chief. That should be good. All right, so that, and that. That should be good. Let's go to the end and see what's up. Okay, and be ready to teleport home if things get hairy. So I think this stuff might actually be world gen in the end. Because there's these things, the celestial crystals. You guys see an ender amethyst ore anywhere? There's some. Yeah, but it's rare and few and far between, right? Like, it's actually quite rare. It's not like there's, you know, huge amounts of it. So I think setting up this thing that we're doing here is probably a good idea. I don't think it's a bad idea. Let's at least put it that way. So what I'm going to do is, where's my spot that I come out of here when I teleport over? Kind of got myself lost a little bit. And I could just teleport back, but I want to know where this is, right? Relative to where I come out when I teleport to this dimension. Wow, did I really get myself that lost already? Come on, Darwolf. Trying to be such a noob. Where is the thing? It's not... It's ridiculous. I can't find my tunnel that I come out of. I'm sure it was there and I just missed it, but still. I need that teleporter thing from Draconic, now that I have access to Draconic. I think that needs the thing though. Alright, that's why. Wow, that is really hard to find. Alright, so over here, right, what we essentially want is the base here, and you need to see bedrock, right, or the void. No laser base. Do you need to be touching? Because that's a laser base, buddy. I promise. It might need to be this way. Okay, cool. There's your problem. Cool. And you guys all need the power, right? So you get the lens, I presume, right? And you guys need the power. So if I put you on there, 4,000 RF a tick, right? And you are working. Cool. So you do the same thing. And you do the same thing. And you do the same thing. Now, I don't suppose I can put the speed upgrades. The Tesla ones, right? I don't think you know how to make these, but... Can we have more paper, please? Thanks, buddy. So I'm going to want 8 gold gears. Just assuming this is going to work, right? It may or may not. See how nice it is having remote access? Huh? Alright, so you're 4,000 RF a tick every 12 ticks. If I pop this dude in here, you're 6,000 RF a tick, so that does actually work. Alright, well that's cool. Just saying. That ain't bad. Hey, Nether Inferium Ore and End Prosperity Ore. That's a thing. Right? And Magenta Laser Lens should be your... That's kind of cool that we're getting that stuff. Because that's also, like, something that I just looked at saying, hey, I would like. Right? And there's the Ender Amethyst Ore. So that tells me it's super duper working. Right? So let's get, you know, 8 more gold gears. Right? And speed upgrades, we want... Yeah, whatever. So 4 of those, and then we're going to want 4 of those, right? So if I pop that dude in there, now we're really cooking. Are you having trouble keeping up with the RF demands? There's no way you're having trouble keeping up with 8,000 RF a tick. This guy's having trouble receiving that much energy, though, which is kind of funny. Why would you be having so much trouble receiving that kind of energy? That's the mod, dude. That's the mod saying I'm only allowed to accept so much energy per tick. Huh. So can we just pop that there? Or do you need some kind of item conduiting? You might need item conduiting. Yeah, it looks like you're not going to auto dump your thing up there. But that's actually, like, really kind of cool. That's an unexpected side effect, is that this thing is also getting me Inferium Ore and Prosperity Ore. Because that's going to be useful when we get around to the next thing, right? So did I be stupid and put this in different chunks? I totally did. What a genius I am. Should we move this into one chunk? I feel like the answer is yes. I hate that the answer is yes, but it totally is. Good, at least you guys are all stacking and whatnot. So, boop, 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 boop. So let's kind of center this on a laser base. Goes there. Right? And that should be cool. I like that. Perfect. All right, so you're going to go back up here. I'm not going to set this to do the transferring just yet, but then the laser drills will go here, 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 and here. The flux points will go, whoops, not you. Here, 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 and whoops, not there either. There. All right, so everybody's happy. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And clearly I'm capable of transferring RF faster than you're capable of receiving them, but still, it's all good, right? And then I'm gonna make sure to claim and chunk load this chunk, which I'm gonna have to start looking at what I'm chunk loading, because we're only at 36 out of 50 loaded chunks. Why do I feel like that's wrong? I don't know. I feel like we have more loaded chunks than that. I thought we were closer to like 50. But it's all good because we're producing things that are nice to have. All right. Decreased drill depth. Oh, well, that's interesting. So I remember it saying that you are min Y max 255. So 0 to 255. So frankly, it doesn't matter what the drill depth is for this. Just out of curiosity, you're the same. Okay. Any biome. Okay. Neat. I almost wonder if this would be faster if I took out those. Because then it would have enough power. Doesn't that seem like it's going faster? I feel like that's going faster. I think we're going to keep it like that. All right, so you're chunk loaded, which means we're going to keep getting Ender Amethyst ore as soon as I do this. All right. So I'm going to go back home. And if we have more than 7 Ender Amethyst ore in a minute, we should be groovy, right? Because that means the chunk loading's working and everything's good. All right, that'll work for me. So that's step 1 of many into getting the Ludicrite, right? So we've got 6, right? And this stuff is required to make Ludicrite, which is required to make Ludicrite ingots, which is required to make Wyvern cores, all right? Step 1 of several complete. Next stage, I think we're going to have to be spawning shulkers and getting shulker shells. That shouldn't be too hard. What I'll probably do is replace my wither skeleton. Well, you know, maybe not replace, but, you know, we could put another one of those in there with shulker spawner. Might be cool. Like that plan. Right? How's my wither skeleton skulls? 17. Not bad. All right, for now, level 20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. Hopefully we'll have a few more Ender Amethyst ore. That would be nice. And if we don't, for some reason, I'm going to have to look at why that isn't staying chunk loaded. But it should. It really should. All right, for now, guys, take it easy. Oh, and I'll go put my magenta laser lens back.